Good morning. It looked an excellent night of trading yesterday, helped out by excellent research by yours truly. If you followed those angles, particularly with Bray, I think you'd have been happily rewarded. For Aston and Goritza, second half goals, anybody? As per the Croatian HNL1 pattern we've already seen, there we go, first half goal. And then we got the equaliser from the odds-on favourite. That's a nice trade. I told you about the odds-on favourite pattern. It's a very mini pattern. It's only 3 matches to work off, but they've all delivered in the Croatian HNL1 League. Hapoel Tel Aviv, Rijeka, Dynamo Zagreb, all delivering at short odds. And by delivering, I mean not losing or providing a trade. Okay, nice, simple angle. Amply alerted to you yesterday, and it's on Mondays and Fridays where you're on your Todd, and this will give you a good opportunity to practice your trading angles. It's a simple, isn't it? Simple. Nothing complicated about that one yesterday, was it? Got an odds-on favourite at home, going a goal down in a league where the market gets odds-on favourites correct. Finnish Vikings, what an absolute humdinger this was. Ilves getting their 2+ goals as usual. Gnistan turned up yesterday, and how? They scored first, but you wouldn't have got a trade because Ilves scored within about 30 seconds. Unbelievable, Jeff. And then it was 1-1 at half time, so that was a draw you could take on second half. With Ilves suggested, they did score first, draw odds would have risen markedly, but Gnistan thoroughly deserved that equaliser if you had the in-play stats feed. HJK into Turku, I told you it's totally unreadable. 2.55 the favourite, absolutely unreadable. No angles whatsoever. The Irish First Division was very, very tradable yesterday. The research was excellent and it fitted in perfectly. Look at this lot. Late goal from Bray, but I think at 2-0 for Finn Harps, you'd have been thinking about that Bray scoring in the last 20 consecutive matches. And you'd have taken on that 2-0, certainly. Short odds, don't forget. It's goal before half-time as well. Not had a 0-0 at half-time since the 28th of March, Bray. So you've got a 12th minute Finn Harps opener. Tremendous. Perfect. That's when it works. When the research pre-match fits perfectly with what happens in play. Dundalk and Cove were far too efficient yesterday. That was a gross underestimation by the market, wasn't it? UCD and Dublin as well. Athlone scoring first. Angle in. UCD equalise. If you fancied the push on for the win, off we go. Treaty and Kerry, 0-0 at half time. You were looking at a goal at least second half. And you were looking at Treaty, scoring the first goal second half to get the odds moving. Which indeed they did. Don't pay the ferryman. Off we go, 65 minutes. And a great improvement from Kerry this season, it must be said. They are digging out results, coming off the back of a whopping win against Athlone at home. So really good, really solid stuff yesterday. The research was excellent. That's why I spend all that time doing the research, because it's there for you. Elsewhere, not much else from the lower tier leagues. You see Rapid Bucharest win. Some of these matches yesterday lacked a momentum graph, which is a pity. Hearts and Aberdeen. Oh dear, is this another sign of Aberdeen away from home being god awful? We will find out. Not a match to trade yesterday, that one. Hearts woeful against the top 5. Aberdeen on the road against the top 9 away from home last season. Just breathtakingly bad. In the Allsvenskan, you should have filled your boots if you had if the wife was out, sell the house, get the mortgage money, bang it on Gothenburg at 1.2 against the side who just keep losing against the top 9 away and shorn of an extra player. You'd have got yourself a nice 20% return there. The only real angle in after the red card would have been the possibility of a goal before half time for Gothenburg. Boom. 5th minute red. Always think half time for value. 1-0, 2-0, any unquoted. particularly with that red card, particularly with this lot's losing record against the top 9 away from home. Take a player away and boom, it's Merry Christmas. So an excellent day for traders yesterday. Champions League today is going to be less so. Very difficult. You can see already we're starting with a 2.63, the favourite, Malmo against Copenhagen. It's not much I can provide for you. Just get rid of the clone before Sarah Connor comes. So we'll move on down. Very little I can provide, and I'm probably not going to be doing any trading today. All right. It's first legs. Second legs, we'll get our angles in. 2.63 the favourite there. 9 of Malmo's last 11 competitive wins were by 2+ goal margin, but that's in all competitions. 5 of Malmo's last 7 games saw both teams score. Again, that was in all competitions. It's not that might not translate to the Champions League, but I'll pass it on to you. Copenhagen's last 4 games saw under 2.5 goals. That's probably in this competition because they did beat Vejle 2-1, didn't they? Kept a clean sheet in 10 of the last 11 competitive wins. Haven't got a clue. Very familiar names. 2.6 for favourites, telling you sit this one out. This one, the market's actually taken an opinion. 1.67 the favourite. And that's to be registered. Only 2 of Dynamo's last 10 European games saw both teams to score. Dynamo Kyiv have scored before half-time in their 3 competitive games this season. Pafos, interestingly, got rid of Maccabi Tel Aviv, who are now find themselves in the Europa League. Defensively bent, I would suggest. They've scored in 9 of the last 10 European games. There we go, under 2.5 goals. That's the pattern we saw in their 2-legged affair against Maccabi Tel Aviv. 1.67, we've got another match where the market's actually taken an opinion. Shkendija from North Macedonia, first meeting between these two. So no head-to-heads. They opened the scoring in 3 of the last 4 competitive home matches. None of their 4 Champions League matches this term have produced more than 9 corners. That's just for the corner counters and the spread bettors. Qarabag's last 8 competitive wins came with an accompanying clean sheet, but that's probably in the Azerbaijani league, isn't it? Their last 2 missed penalties in their last 3 matches, so I don't know, that's an important stat. But again, it's a market which is committed to the result. So that's an important element, isn't it? Rangers we know very well, but that doesn't mean there's going to be a trade. We know Rangers, we know the Czech side pulls them. Doesn't mean there's going to be a trade. They were excellent against Panathinaikos over 2 legs. Took advantage of the red card in the first leg and got a 2-0 opening gambit. Second leg, Panathinaikos scored first. Rangers soon shut them out with an extra F and with an equaliser. They failed to beat Motherwell for the 3rd consecutive head-to-head match, but that has this Champions League match in mind and the Panathinaikos one prior to that. So they tend to meet Motherwell at the wrong time, Rangers. That seems to be the case for me. I think this was the case last season, pre and post European club competition. They met Motherwell and they failed to beat them on 3 occasions. Exactly 2 goals in each of Rangers' last 3 games. So far, none of Rangers' last 3 Champions League fixtures produced a first half goal. So that might be something to go to war with. If you fancy that back 0-0 pre-match. 7 of Poulsen's last 8 games saw both teams score, but that could be in the Czech League as well. And Rangers, well, we don't know what they're going to be like today. Just because they're familiar names doesn't mean there's going to be a trade. And these 2 are Exeters from the Champions League. Hamrun emphatically dealt with by Dynamo Kyiv, 2-3-0 defeats. And Maccabi Tel Aviv, for me, at least, a surprise that Pafos got the best of them. With a 1-1 and a 1-0 loss. But yet again, we've got a committed market. Now, one member was talking about how to get these pinned teams at the top. Excuse me. You might want to log in first. That's my alias, Terry Tibbs. Those of you who like the phone jacker will know my old mate, Terry Tibbs. Talk to me, talk to me. So if there's a competition that you quite like to fancy, then that's all you have to do and it pins it at the top. So work your way down. Any leagues of interest, you'll see that pin on the left-hand side. all you have to do is just give it a click. The Landspokal Cup probably going to be too illiquid in Denmark, and off it goes to the top here. Okay, so in future, tomorrow's coupon, you'll have your pinned teams at the top. This makes your life a lot easier, doesn't it? But I do a daily check as well, because new leagues are coming on board every day. So let's do that daily check today, and then we'll knock it on the head. You're unlikely to be hearing from me today, to be honest. I don't like the coupon. I don't like waiting up that late for ifs and maybes. If yesterday's coupon was on today, I'd be all over it. It was such a good readable coupon yesterday. Those are the days where you fill your boots. Today is a day where you sit back. There we go. Conference League qualifier, Klaksvik against Neman. That goes to the top. I'm not going to research that one because it's first leg and it's a lower tier. Hapoel Tel Aviv, familiar names in Israel. Tippeligaen, Polish Cup. You'll win a lot of points on Scrabble. That's all I'll say in the Polish Cup. Swedish Cup, that's the ladies' Swedish Cup. And I am tempted by these friendlies, but thankfully I'm staying disciplined. Some big names playing, particularly in Atalanta, the Premier League sides. So that's just for that member who wanted to know how to pin. Have a great day today. I will be up and about just for the very early ones. And I don't think there'll be anything to do at all in the Cup. There are very familiar names, but no, the liquidity is going to be absolutely woeful. It really is. Just some couple of teams that we know, Hillerod, Kolding, but no, Helsingør and Lyngby. Those are the ones that get the odds. That will be on the radar at 5 o'clock. I will be up and about from 6 o'clock today. Let's have a quick look at Klaksvik and Neman, but 2.1 the favourite again. Do pay attention to the market. These matches are better paid attention to via their second legs, not the first legs. Champions League sides, or are they Champions League sides? CL or Conference League? Okay. Under 2.5 goals is the general pattern for Klaksvik. Compare that with humdingers for Neman. So we will leave that alone. Have a great day today. I will see you from about 5 p.m. But please don't expect an avalanche of trades. It's first legs. 2 of the matches, the market can't even pick a winner. But 3 matches, they've been very confident. And those are the 3 matches that I will see whether the market's confidence is mirrored by the in-play stats. You saw yesterday with Ireland, when the pre-match research and the market fits the in-play stats, you're in for a humdinger. Have a great day.